to our second step in how to handle a call in the most professional manner. In this step, we will be looking at how to put our customers on hold. Now, putting a customer on hold is sometimes very important. Let's take a step back and think, why do we normally put our customers on hold? Firstly, it could be that we do not have the required information that needs to be relayed to the customer. It could also be that we want to equip ourselves further to answer the customer's complicated questions. Sometimes it's something as simple as you need to get an irritating cough out of the way. But whatever it is very important that we remember certain guidelines that would enable us to put the customer on hold in a professional manner. Now you might ask, why doesn't the customer like to be on hold? Now if we put ourselves in the customer's shoes, sometimes I might be in the middle of something, and therefore being put on hold and being made to wait becomes very irritating to me. I could also be in a rush and not have time to hold on to get the information that I want. There could also be situations where the customer is not in the right place and right time to actually be on hold. I'm sure all of us have gone through this before. Finally, people just do not like waiting. And every second that you are made to wait just irritates you and sometimes can aggravate the customer who is initially not angry at all. So when we handle a call, we need to think about certain ways that we can implement in order for the customers to be less irritated. What we're trying to do is to minimize the irritation that the customer goes through. Now, if you follow these certain guidelines, you'll be able to minimize the impact that an on-hold period takes on the customer. Let's take a look at what we can do to reduce this impact on the customer. Let's take a look at the on-hold process. Now, here are a few things that you want to remember when you put a customer on hold. The very first thing that we need to do is to remember to ask for permission. Now, this is a pet peeve for most people. Whenever they are put on hold, they are always told that they're going to be put on hold and never asked if it's okay to be put on hold. There are certain times when a person cannot be put on hold, and this normally would result in a dropped call or, in the worst case scenario, a customer complaint. Secondly, it's always important to tell the caller why they are on hold. You don't want the caller to think that you're just putting them on hold so that you could do something personal or so that you could gain extra time on the call. Most people are put at ease when you tell them that you need to put them on hold for a specific reason that is related to the call. Now, the third step is something most people miss out. They ask the question, but they never wait for the agreement of the customer to be put on hold. Most people would say, I would put you on hold, but never wait for the customer to reply. So always remember, when you ask the customer if they can be put on hold, wait for them to give their agreement. Once the customer has given their agreement, then you can go ahead and put the customer on hold, and this would give you enough time to do whatever you need to do in order for you to give the customer the information that is required. Once you're done obtaining that information, pick up the call and immediately thank the customer for being on hold. You have taken up some of their time, more than is required, and it's only natural to thank them for it. Finally, make sure that your on-hold time is less than 60 seconds. 60 seconds might seem like a very short time, but when you're on the phone waiting for something to happen, 60 seconds can seem like a very long time. So make sure that your on-hold time is less than 60 seconds. Now, you might say that sometimes more time is needed to obtain the relevant information that is needed to be given to the customer. Well, the situations like that do exist. If you come across a situation like that, always make sure you pick up the phone and inform the customer that you are going to need more time. If the customer is agreeable to this, you can then put them on hold again. You could also offer the option of calling the customer back or asking the customer to call back at a different time to obtain the information that is needed. Now, let us look at two examples of putting the customer on hold.
Yeah, I'd like to know what are the stuff I need to bring when I come for this training? Which room is it going to be, and what time do I need to be there?
Okay, you hold on now,
Hello? Hello? So Roshni, I'd like to know what are the stuff that I need to bring when I attend this training, and how do I go about this?
Most certainly, ma'am. Okay, I'll tell you what. Would you mind if I put you on hold for a moment so I can pull out the list of things that you would need to bring and all the information that you require?
Yeah, sure, that'll be fine.
Alright, just a moment then. Thank you for being on hold, Julie. I've got the list here with me. You would need to bring the following items. Do you want to take it down? I'm sure you would have been able to see the vast difference in the two examples. When an on-hold process is done perfectly, you would be able to achieve the following. Firstly, you would be able to reassure the customer that they would not have to wait for such a long time before you get back to them. Secondly, you would not be leaving the customer in the dark. You'd be letting them know why they have to wait, and this minimizes a lot of anxiety that a customer experiences. Thirdly, and most importantly, you would be maintaining a very high level of professionalism. So let's review the 5 key areas that we need to remember when putting a customer on hold. Number 1, remember to ask for permission. Number 2, tell the caller why they are on hold. Number 3, remember to always wait for their agreement. When you pick up the call again, thank the customer for waiting. And remember that your on-hold time should always be less than 60 seconds. And if more time is needed, inform the customer and give them an option. Congratulations! We have now completed step 2 in our 7-step process. We've learned how to put a customer on hold in the most professional manner. Let's move on to our next step, where we would learn how to transfer a call in the most professional manner.